guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today I'm gonna show you how to take your character from looking like a straight Danny to an Asian baby girl. First, I just want to thank Geika for suggesting this type of character style, and I hope that you guys like this. I did struggle throughout the video trying to make this character, and I went back a lot changing some things, so I will make sure to put a screenshot of what I ended up actually choosing. So I'm doing a voiceover of the gameplay. Hopefully it's not too confusing, but I'll guide you guys through it. Without further ado, let's get started. Just start off going into ped and making sure that it is female. Then you want to go down to appearance and change the hair. It's a personal preference, but I prefer to have no hair to see the facial features while I'm creating the character. So I found that Father 7 is really good for Asian characters. I ended up going and picking that one. So I ended up choosing 0.3 for the mix. So I ended up settling with 17 as I feel like it's the most accurate when it comes to Asian skin tones. Did struggle trying not to make my character so pale. The whole point of an Asian baby girl is to defy the normal Asian standards. Moving on into facial features, it's not much different from my original female character creation. We just go into the width and make it 0.3, the height around negative 0.2, 0.3. And then the size is 0.5. Bone height, we're just going to go in there and make it 0.7, something like that. It doesn't exactly have to be the same as mine, just fiddle with what you like. I tend to like to make the nose look more buttony, so that's what you see in this. And then for the eyebrows, I tend to actually lower the eyebrows. For this one, I will go into eyebrows and lower the height to 0.7, and the depth is negative 0.2. Then the cheeks, I do -1 for the bone height, and then for the bone width, I will go in there and do 0.7, and then for the width, just -1. And then for the eye opening, 0.7. And then lip thickness is -1. Obviously, I want the lips thick.
Look how thick that is.
Okay, moving on. Go into a jaw, and I end up choosing to actually not give her much of a jawline this time. I go to size -1 and width 0.4. And right here, as you can see, I just choose 0.4 for the chin, the length is 0.3, the size is -0.4. And feel free to pause this video at any time if you need, guys. I totally don't blame you, and character creation takes a long time. This character took me about 2 hours to make, and as always, the neck is going to be -1 for the thickness, and then we're going to move on to appearance. And this is where I like to say the magic really happens. Go ahead and turn the opacity to 1 for the eyebrows. Really up to you what eyebrows you choose. I actually ended up choosing 30 for the eyebrows, and I think it looks pretty great on her. Next, you want to choose an eye color. For this style of character, I chose to go with black eyes. I do want to disclaim that these are custom eyes, and not every server will have these. I just in the roleplay server called Flatline. Okay, moving on, we're going to go into makeup, and then we're going to turn the opacity all the way to 100, and you'll notice the color and secondary color are the same. They're stuck at the top with the pink shade. I go into color and immediately turn it to black, and the secondary color, I go in and change it to white or something similar to the skin tone. And you'll also see me go into complexion and go into 10 and turn it on. However, later in the video, I just end up doing half opacity on that, as I'm trying not to make this character look so pale, as that's not the style we're going for. I ended up choosing 4 for my style of makeup, and I just want to remind you guys that not server will have the same style of makeup. And moving on, we'll go into blush and make half capacity. The blush is really up to you. However, I ended up choosing number 2 as my style of blush. And then for the lipstick, I tried to do an overlining look, and I kept it for a while at half opacity, but I ended up hating it, so I just went for a regular lipstick that didn't have an overlined lip. Again, honestly, it's up to you, but it didn't work out in the end, and you'll see me change it later on. At this point, the rest is up to you, so I'm just gonna quickly go through the hairs and choose a hair for her, and then choose some tattoos and clothes. I do want to mention that when you are choosing a hair, always make sure that you too have a fade. Depending on the type of hair, you may need an underlining like baby hairs to help bring the look together. So next, we'll just go into clothes and put some eyelashes on her. As you guys may have known, if you haven't watched my other video on the female creation, I like to stack eyelashes, and they tend to be in mask or decals and sometimes body armor. You just really have to look, and it depends on the server. So moving on, I just take the clothes off, and you can just do that by going to the clothing icon and clicking every single icon besides that when it hovers out. I just end up choosing a really calm fit, just something simple, nothing too crazy. Go on to choose some tattoos for her. As I've seen with that style, they tend to have a lot of like tattoos on their body, and honestly, that's pretty much it, guys. The only thing I will tell you is always make sure that you're rotating your character so you don't end up with something like a tail on you. Thank you so much. You made it to the end. Comment down below what you think about this character and tell me what kind of other characters that I should make. Bye, guys.